Hey everybody, today I received my package from Neo Byte Force. It's a copy of Cyborg Force. It's the Romstick edition, limited. I would say it's ultra limited, extra rare, because they're no longer producing this because apparently they didn't really get enough orders to justify creating more of these packages. But they are producing the cartridges for the AES and MVS systems, so that's still going, moving forward and going on. And actually, it's already been shipped, and they're continuing to produce that, so that's cool. But so this is the Romstick edition. So in here, it's going to be a digital version of the game for the Arcade Stick Pro, MVSX, Analog Pocket, Dreamcast, PlayStation Portable, and Windows. I think it's got a copy for Windows also. So that's pretty cool. What's really cool about this, though, is that it's a digital physical version. So it's not just a game on digital, which you can download it. You can buy the digital only version of this, and it's actually the only way that you're going to get it digitally now is through a download. And I'll have a link in it in the description too, so that you can support the developers. But yeah, this comes with physical stuff too, like artwork and stickers and cool things like that. So we're going to get into that and check it out. So let's go ahead and pop it open, see what's inside. So that's cool. You start off with a little box. Kind of mimics the MVS packaging. So back in the day for arcade operators, this is how they would receive the games. It would just be in a plain cardboard box, possibly with a sticker on the outside indicating what the game was inside. And it had your cartridge and all the assets that you would need for your arcade machine, which is like your mini marquee, maybe the move sticker set, maybe some flyers, things like that. So so that's cool that they did that. I think it's a cool little touch. As a matter of fact, I'll just go out there and say it, that nobody else has done something like this. So independent developers that have, I guess modern day developers that have actually created new games for the Neo Geo, no one has offered this. And matter of fact, most don't even offer a digital version of their game. I think Bitmap Bureau, or is it Bitmap Bureau? Bitmap Heroes? Anyways, the guys that did Xeno Crisis, they are no longer supporting digital format. I think Xenocrisis was the last time that they're going to do that for the Neo Geo. And it's quick. So Cyborg Force was announced, the late last year, and now it's already out and it's available. So that's something that can't be said about anybody else, the turnaround. There's people still waiting on freaking Krautbusters or whatever the hell that game's called. That game was announced, 6 years ago, 4 years ago? And it's still, people are still waiting for it. That's ridiculous, man. It's like, giving them your money, interest-free loans, right? I definitely don't agree with that at all. But I think it's really awesome that these guys went through the trouble of creating this, a physical digital product, which is really, really cool, man. It's unique. So anyways, the whole point of this is to get into it. So we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Sweet. So you start off with a little, like a little card. It says Cyborg Force. It's got some cool language there, right? So you can read that. I think that you can hear that in the game also. I think this artwork is also used in the limited edition for the AES and possibly the MVS, but for sure I remember it on the AES version, is that you see this guy instead of the Cyborg dude. So it's like I guess like a postcard, and the back says, "Love from Neo Byte Force, dear fan of the Neo Geo. This is our first release as Neo Byte Force, and we thank you very much for your support and confidence. We hope you enjoy the game. Hey Chris, enjoy." So that's kind of personalized. That's awesome. Aziuzo and Johnny 16-bit have a question or just want to say hi. Join the Cyborg Force Discord, and it's got the link there. So I'll include the link to the Discord also in case you're interested in joining that community. So that's cool. It came with that. One of the first things I definitely noticed right off the bat is this little bubble wrap, which is another sweet touch, because that's something that you get on the that was just something that came with the MVS package too. So I have a couple of them here. This is a light blue one, but this is more of the original style here. So your MVS games would come in this little bubble wrap tucked in here, and then in the box itself. So that's cool that they did that too. That's just a little added touch. This is a beat up box for Metal Slug 5. It's tore up bad. But yeah, just for comparisons, I mean, I wanted to show you kind of what an original MVS box looked like. Just imagine this brand new, you know. It should be, oh, here's the front, right? So just kind of opens up that way. This is how they came for arcade operators. So this is really cool that they did that. So you have the game inside the bubble wrap, as you would expect. And we'll get to that at the end. And you get some move stickers, or a move sticker. That's cool, man. So it's got, kind of telling you like what all the different weapons are, or the different upgrades throughout the game. And don't miss bonus items. Don't miss these. So it talks a little bit about the bonus items and the points that you get with that. That's kind of cool, man. I like that. That's sweet. And then it's got flyers. Let's see. So here's one flyer here that talks a little bit about the instructions on how to operate the game, right? So moving the cyborg, shoot, and this is very similar to what you get in an actual MVS. So I have actual flyers and stuff for original games, so we're going to compare the two. And even the stickers, just to see kind of like how they measure up to the original stuff. So here's that secondary flyer that you might get on a game. And I think I have like a full kit for Art of Fighting 2, so I'll show you that too. But that's cool, man. So you get these little flyers. And then this would be, oh man, okay, so this would be like a mini marquee. And it's just this actually might actually work. Maybe I could try it on the Nova Blast, see how it shines through. Yeah, it would work, because I can see the light coming through. That's kind of cool, man. It's a lot, thinner and like, I'm not gonna say, I don't want to say flimsy, but yeah, it's a lot thinner than an original mini marquee, but that's pretty neat. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know that it came with that. And then it's got like your soft dip settings. That's really cool. Because, I mean, in the game, you could actually go into your, the soft dips and make adjustments to the difficulty of the game, the number of players and all that stuff. So it actually comes with this flyer too. And in the back, all the different selections that you can do. That is really awesome, man. So there's a huge attention to detail on this whole package. So I'd imagine that the AES and MVS owners should be really happy with what they get. So here's Cyborg Force. It's like a larger flyer, like a little mini poster. Let's call it a mini poster. Really cool, man. A lot of cool little stuff here for that. Like I can actually stick this on the Nova Blast while I'm playing Cyborg Force, just to kind of give me an idea of what the weapons are and what they do. If I'm going after points. And then this is just kind of like a guide for the soft dip settings. Drop this onto the marquee to just see it lit up. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at let's take a look at the game real quick and see what's inside. So here's the actual game, the Romstick. It comes in a little plastic clamshell case. It's got an insert, front, the spine, and a back, which is neat. There aren't screenshots, so it's not like a little mini MVS box or anything, but it's still cool, man. I mean, again, the attention to detail. And again, that this game's actually available and it's out, and it hasn't been a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years of people just kind of waiting on it. So it's really cool that they brought it out really quick. And then you have your actual Romstick, which is really cool. I imagine it's not like a high capacity drive because it just has copies of the game on there, but they etched Cyborg Force. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get closer. So they etched Cyborg Force on it, which is really neat. Again, one of those things that they didn't have to do, but they did. It just adds that quality and, just that attention to detail that's there, which is really impressive. Super cool. So I don't really care how long this video is going to drag on. I think it deserves this time. I will say that I was involved in the, not necessarily the production of the game, but the testing of the game. I was invited to be a beta tester, so I was able to get firsthand, my hands on this game a long time ago and submit feedback and give them some things that I noticed, which was cool. We were actually able to submit some feedback, and they actually worked on a lot of bugs that I was involved in helping out. So So that feels cool. So let's go ahead and take a look just real quick. I mentioned it already on what an original, like the original art set and things like that are for an MVS game, all right? So we have, this is Art of Fighting 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. All right, so I have Art of Fighting 2, and it comes with a mini marquee. So let's take a look at the one that's with this with Cyborg Force. Check it out. All right, so this is an original mini marquee. So you can see, you know, it's a thicker plastic, and you can see kind of like the shine and the glaze on it, and it has, I don't know what you call it, kind of printing or whatever, but it'll shine through, which is what it's for. This has, you know, it's not the same thing, but let's take a look at the size though. It's pretty much spot on to an original mini marquee. That's really cool, man. I mean, they took the time in getting those dimensions and all that stuff. So that's impressive. So the mini marquee, I would say, is a 1-to-1 scale of an original mini marquee. So +1 for that, for those guys. And then we have a move sticker. So here's the Art of Fighting 2 sticker sheet or move sticker or whatever you want to call it. So this is it here, and it has like a glossy finish and all that good stuff. And here's the Cyborg Force move sticker. It's not as glossy, but let's take a look at how it matches up with the original or with unoriginal. And I'd say it's pretty damn close. It's a little shy of being the exact size, but I mean, I have other ones too. Maybe they're all maybe a little different. They're not exactly the same size, but it's pretty close, man. As far as the height, it's exactly the same. It's the length or the width that's a little short. You can see that this little bit right here, it's a little short. But I mean, dang, that's pretty damn close. So that's impressive, and I don't think anybody else is showing you this. So that's why it's cool to stay tuned and stay on the channel. So let's take a look at the flyer. So this one did come with 2 flyers as well, and it's got the dip settings too. So Art of Fighting 2, this is flyer number 1, and here would be a similar, I don't know which one would it be. I guess this one, yeah. So this would be flyer, you know, this type of flyer for Cyborg Force. Oops. All right, and let's check them out, match them up. And they're pretty close. As you can see, Art of Fighting 2 is still a little larger on the flyer, but it's pretty close. But you also get 2 flyers, which is neat. So there's flyer number 1, and then this is flyer 2 that actually shows you the moves or the buttons and what they do. So that's Art of Fighting 2 and Cyborg Force. And again, it's the same size, so it's going to be a little off. So what they could have done too is on the bottom put Neo Byte Force, just like SNK. But it's really, really close, and it wouldn't have hurt for them to put their development team name or logo on this flyer. But still, I mean, that's really awesome that they did it at all. Super cool, and that they included it here on this package. So there's your 2 flyers, and then finally you have your soft dip setting. So this is the sheet, and I mean, it's a standard sheet, so I'm not going to go comparing that, but just let me take a look. This is what you'd actually get for an actual MVS cartridge for arcade operators, because that's what MVS was for, is for arcade operators, to change out cartridges so that you're not investing in the actual arcade cabinet. All you're doing is switching out games and refreshing your cabinet to generate more revenue or new revenue, right? Because as games get old and stale, people stop putting quarters into it. So you get a new game, pop it in, change out your mini marquee. Now you got something new, and now you got more money coming in, right? So that's what it was all about. So this was for the operator to understand like all the different settings that you can adjust. You can, you know, be an ass and make it the hardest setting in the world so that people can be dumping more and more quarters in and spend more money, or you get to the point where they get so frustrated they just give up. So it's a happy balance that you have to make when you're making these decisions. But again, this was this was the original that came with Art of Fighting 2. So super, super cool, man. The last thing I'm going to do is just kind of show you the contents of the cartridge itself, which is right here, or the Romstick, and we'll do that on the computer, and I'll just we'll transition to that. But overall, it's super impressive. If you don't want to see the contents or anything, you just wanted to check out this game and what it was all about and kind of what was delivered, this is pretty much where that's going to end. The next piece is just going to be me showing you what's inside the actual USB drive. All right, so let's take a look at the contents of this Romstick. So it's kind of a generic USB stick is what it's called. It doesn't have an actual name. It would have been kind of cool if they named it Cyborg Force, but maybe there was some compatibility issues depending on who or what device you're going to be plugging it into. So it has a generic USB stick. So here we go, man. So here's like all the contents for all the support that it has. Oh shizzle, it's got a OST. I didn't even realize that. It's got the original soundtrack. So that's one of the things that really I guess differentiates this game from some of the other games that are out there. I think the music in this game is probably better than anything else that's out there. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably have the music playing in the background of this entire video. That's probably what I'm going to do. All right, so anyways, let's get into the content of this. Oh, it's got wallpaper too. I'm going to use the wallpaper for my thumbnail. Let me see what it's. Oh, it's just got one. Yeah, I'll use that. Okay, so it's got files for the analog pocket. If you have a DarkSoft SD card or SD cartridge, it's got the soundtrack, which is cool. That was a nice surprise. It's got you set up for a Dreamcast, for Mister, everything that you need. It also has some readmes there. MVSX, which this will work for the Arcade Stick Pro and the Neo Geo Mini, but you do need some instructions. So I don't think they have instructions here for. Yeah, it doesn't have the instructions that you need specifically for the Arcade Stick Pro and the Neo Geo Mini, but that definitely it's compatible. So that has been personally tested, so it does work. If you happen to get this game and you're having a hard time with that, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. It's got for MAME, Neo Geo MAME. It's Neo SD, so for those of you that have that Neo SD cartridge for the Neo Geo, it's got the files that you need there. PC, a Windows format version, and PSP. So it's got there's the e-boot, your icon. So yeah, it's got everything that you need for all these different formats. It's really cool. I mean, it's really neat that you get that. So again, this Romstick edition had a lot of cool stuff. So let me take a look at this. Yeah, I can use this for my thumbnail for sure. Super cool. And like I said, I'll have some of the music playing. So by now you've been listening to some of the music from this the soundtrack from this game. But I think they did a hell of a job with the packaging, the presentation, everything around it. The game is hard as hell, but it's got great music, and I think it's an awesome effort for their first time. And I put that in air quotes, which you can't see that, but because they did work on the Eye of Typhoon. They worked on that game, and that was a cool game. Just a lot of the cool little things. That's not a game that they could actually sell because of copyright issues or whatever. They can't really put it out there for that, but I think you can still download it and donate, offer a donation to the developers for that game. But it's the same team behind that, and they switched gears to Cyborg Force, and I think they have other games in the pipeline too. So it's a really great first effort for a full product. I think that was really awesome. So, good job to those guys. And like I said, I'll have links in the description to their Discord if you want to, order the ROM, the digital ROM. And like I said, I'll be more than happy to help you get that going on your devices. I just, leave comments in there. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up because, there's not a whole lot of Cyborg Force content out there. And if it is, it gets kind of buried behind the algorithm and all that stuff. So, do your part, thumbs up, like the video and all that kind of good stuff. If you like the content, take a look at my other videos. I've done a whole lot of different stuff throughout the years. And subscribe because I got more stuff coming. But as always, thanks for checking it out, and see you next time.